Hey, so if you're banned on Craigslist for whatever reason, hopefully it's by mistake because I don't condone any fishy activity. But if you are for some reason banned and unrightfully banned, what you can do is use a VPN to change your location because sometimes Craigslist bans the IP address that you're using. So for example, if I just go to what is my IP, you'll notice that there is a specific IP address that my computer is connected to. But let's say for whatever reason, this IP address is banned from Craigslist. All I have to do, and you can follow along if you do want to follow along, I use Express typically. I'll link it in the description below if you guys are interested. But all I have to do is just turn off the VPN, turn it back on, and I want you to notice that the IP address will change. I don't even have to change locations. So 104.234.3269, and I'll just give it a refresh, and 181.215.65.133. Clearly, that's a different IP address, and that's how I can avoid any IP bans in Craigslist. Not only that, I can also change my location completely, but that won't work unless you clear your privacy settings because the cache will still remember in your browser. It'll still remember that you're in, for example, right here, Chicago. So I've just tried accessing Craigslist like 15 minutes ago, right? So I can just delete the cookies and cached images and files of the last 15 minutes. I'll go ahead and delete that data. Otherwise, again, it's not going to work even if I change locations. So you need to delete that data, that history first. So I'm just going to change to, let's say for whatever reason, I want to, browse not just another state's Craigslist, but I can also browse, for example, Japanese Craigslist, right? But of course, all states are available here, by the way. Let me just go back. With ExpressVPN specifically, it's one of the only VPNs that gives you access to all American states. So we're just going to go to Americas. Just want to showcase that. And you'll see that all the states are, for the most part, available. So no matter which state you're looking for, you will be able to find it right here. Not many VPNs have servers in all states, so it is pretty impressive that ExpressVPN is able to do that. There are a couple of other VPNs that I can recommend, and I'll talk about them a little bit later on, but I'm just going to go ahead and give it a refresh, and it should switch to Japan or Tokyo. If it didn't, I'm probably just going to have to delete this part. Right? Delete this part that says Chicago, and let's see what happens. And it still said Chicago. Okay, so what I'll do is, again, it's probably because I did not adjust the URL myself. So now that I've deleted the cache again, I'm just going to remove that Chicago part, and Craigslist will automatically switch me to Tokyo. As you can tell right here, it can translate it. Let's just try again. But either way, I mean, this is how you can, first of all, avoid any IP bans with Craigslist. And that's how you can also change locations with Craigslist. So hopefully this was helpful. If you are interested in VPNs, let's say beside Express, I really recommend Express. Honestly, it's my daily go-to VPN, whether I want to access streaming services that are not available to me, or, avoid any potential IP bans, any unjust IP bans or anything like that. That's what I typically like to go for. But there are a couple other VPNs like Nord and Surfshark, and I'll also link those in the description down below in case you guys are interested. So feel free to check them out. If you want my recommendation and you don't want to watch any reviews or anything, just go with Express if you're looking for something that is basically as easy as it gets to use, but it is the most effective VPN. Incredibly snappy, incredibly quick. It switches servers in just a second, and it uses the least of your device's resources. So if you're worried about RAM, CPU usage, or GPU usage, you'll notice that there are no graphics here. There's nothing else really that comes with ExpressVPN besides, a few tracker blockers here and there. And you get the typical features that you get with any other VPN like the kill switch or split tunneling. And if you don't know what that is, feel free to check the review below. But long story short, the kill switch will stop your internet connection. It'll basically disconnect you from the internet in case you lose connection to the VPN. That just stops leaks, and it stops your ISP from ever knowing what you're doing online, even when you lose connection to the VPN. And split tunneling just allows you to, let's go ahead and turn it off. It allows you to choose which applications are routed through the VPN and which are not, in case you don't want anything to be affected by the VPN connection. Now, Nord is going to be the one to go for if you're interested in a whole bunch of bonus features if that's what you're looking for, like a mini antivirus and an easy way to transfer files peer-to-peer without using any cloud servers. So nothing is uploaded to a cloud. It's basically your own private little peer-to-peer. So if you just have a friend download NordVPN and you add them here and just ask them to activate MeshNet, you add their email and you'll be able to share files with them of up to 5 gigabytes per file. So it's a pretty cool service. Now, Surfshark also has all of these. If you go for the high tier plans, which are still pretty cheap, by the way, considering you're getting a fully fledged antivirus and, a bunch of other cool features. But Surfshark is going to be the one that you go for if you're looking to secure virtually an unlimited number of devices with just one subscription. So that's unlike NordVPN's 10 device limit and ExpressVPN's 8 to 14 device limit, depending on the plan that you go for. So that'll be it for this video. If you guys are interested in, again, any of these VPNs, I'll drop them all in the description down below. And also be sure to drop the best discounts that I can find, which will save you more money than having to just go buy the VPN directly from the website. And if you do download them on your Android, I believe you still get on Android and iOS. I think NordVPN only offers that on Android, but you can get a 7-day free trial if you just download them there, try them out. If you do like them, feel free to come back to the video and make use of that discount. Otherwise, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer all of them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.